We talked about them needing to change things up. This is a big, big change.
From both teams as well, Stress. Remember to let us know if your favorite has shifted. Tweet at LOL Esports with the hashtags MOU win or DEU win, and we'll see who you think has the edge in a few moments.
Up here too far, flash Q coming out from Nisbeth would start this one off.
Well, the flash into the pulverize by Nisbeth knocks Beansu into the turret, but he doesn't get tower aggro. Obvious now coming in, flashes, gets a knock up, and Obvious will just knock him into the turret or force him to go backwards. Kobbe may be dropping it, he has been ignited, gets the first blood, is healing up from his potions. Able to get down there instantly. Nice hook by Wunderwear, lands onto Sedrion, also gets the staggering blow. He also has his ultimate, maybe able to pop it there. Now he's
gonna go for it now.
It's a little late, uses the E, gets him!
Rek'Sai is starting to clear this down. Azir is on the way. No wild growth available for Lulu. This one looks like it's going to kick off the fight. The dragon has already fallen in favor of Team Dignitas, and they're trying to back out.
Try and disengage, but the Emperor's Divide will put an end to that. Nisbeth has already ulted, so he's going to be shrugging off that damage as the teleport comes down from Beansu.
A similar spot, though, so the problem is Corki doesn't have 4 people all around him.
No, Mountain does, though. And yeah, good luck getting out of that one, my friend.
In the top lane to defend. Beansu's running it down. He will not get there in time. And Team Dignitas take this one away without a fight. So, and that is really going to heavily benefit Team Dignitas unless they get engaged on.
Engage from Dan, but is it enough? Because Mountain is getting destroyed already. Beansu comes into the fight, lands a good onslaught of shadows. Now Nisbeth is on the receiving end of the damage. The chair comes through, but he'll be flashing away. Wunderwear's dropping low, and the last rocket will tag Kobbe. The disengage is successful from Dignitas.
Yeah, and that was an engage where the ult hit Kobbe.
Why are you farming Raptors? Now is not the time to do that, Obvious, and he will be taken down by Dan and
this mid lane fight against Xioh.
Well, he's moving very slowly. He actually finds Mounted on the sides of his anchor. Nisbeth comes in to follow up the CC. Emperor's Divide will shove Dignitas away from the turret and only serves to disengage for them. In the middle lane, it's going to take him a little bit of time to come into this fight. The dragon is resetting. Mountain taking a bunch of damage. Dan looking for the initiate. Lands it onto Kobbe and Sencux. This is the perfect setup for MOUS in this team fight. And Dan will be getting into that back line. Wunderwear dropping low. The disengage now comes in from Dignitas. The dragon is now being chunked out by MOUS. Dan's low, so is Mountain. Who's going to pick up this dragon? Actually, Dig aren't going to even try and contest it. And that MOUS
expended the Azir ult. Team Dignitas maybe could have looked to engage. They're going to look to engage with the teleport coming through here. Wall will block them off.
Obvious gets the knock up onto Mountain. He goes down. The dredge line lands onto Dan. He'll have to flash away. Nisbeth looking for the minion taxi. Doesn't quite get it today. Didn't pay the fare. And
Tower. Now it's just a case of stopping him and pulling away. Beansu is well and truly trapped. He's going to try and get out. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time. He's wasting time here, and MOUS are heading for the Baron themselves.
Sedrion starting this with Xioh. They need the tank to get in range, though, because Sedrion does not tank Barons very well, funnily enough. That has been warded up by Dignitas, so they know that MOUS are on it, and both the carries are extremely low. The water's about to time out. There we go. The vision is cut away from Wunderwear. Turns around, comes in, and that's a lot of damage coming in from Wunderwear. He has the extra damage from the Ziggs Harbinger, remember. Sencux now comes into the fight, and now Kobbe has arrived. There's the double kill, and the Baron will be going over to Dignitas now. I don't think there's anything that MOUS can do. Dan is sitting in the side, but that's been warded up.
It has been warded up. You can see how happy Broken Shard was about MOUS doing that Baron and kind of giving this one away perhaps to Team Dignitas. Now they're going to have Baron up minions as well and push down into the Dragon Pit, and it looks like they know it. They're going to back away and give Dig this Dragon.
Yeah, Sedrion even has flash anyway. So ultimately they didn't lose too much.
Home Guards completed.
Oh, yeah.
Get the Ruby Crystal and the Home Guards, but Sencux, MOUS looks like they want to set up. Here comes the TP.
Yeah, and he's got Home Guards this time around, and that's a very big Nautilus. Comes in for the swing, doesn't land onto Xioh as he flashes away. Sedrion turns around with the damage. He is extremely strong right now. Dan gets a big ultimate onto 3 players, followed by the onslaught of shadows by Beansu, but he's instantly turned into a squirrel, and now Mountain will be dragged into that team. Xioh jumps into the back lines, lands a big Emperor's Divide onto 4 players, but Dignitas are so damn tanky, it basically does nothing. Dan is being chased down by Sencux, looking for the last couple autos, and that will be the Glitterlance finishing him off. Meanwhile, Kobbe is going to town onto Sedrion at 3-0, and the map is Dignitas' oyster.
Free time for Team Dignitas. This is going to be a very easy game to close out right now. They've taken their small lead and compounded it now into a big, big lead.
But it will put a lot of pressure on them because Dignitas next dragon comes up in 6 minutes.
I don't actually think we're going to get to dragon number 5 here unless they catch Obvious out. Sencux isn't with the team here. But MOUS don't want to fight this.
No,
they don't see where
Beansu
Sencux
is getting destroyed, and the Wunderwear has the CC as well. The hook goes wide, right underneath the boar that Dan is riding. And we'll have to back away here. Obvious looking for a knockup. Emperor's Divide will zone Dignitas away. Sedrion looking for the kill onto Rek'Sai. Doesn't quite get it as Wunderwear is there to protect him. Nisbeth looking for the engage underneath this tower. He is very tanky. He's got the unbreakable will. He can tank this tower for centuries. And now they'll move on to Sedrion. He goes down. Triple kill over to Kobbe. He just destroys the lineup from MOUS. A 4-0, and this could be the final push.
This is the final push for Team Dignitas. They're going to shred through this turret very quickly. A massive change up in style for Team Dignitas, and it has worked so very well right now. Protect the Kog'Maw has been insanely strong for Team Dignitas.
And Team Dignitas EU take the third game in convincing fashion up against MOUSESPORTS.
And this puts them one game away, Pulse, from the LCS.